All right, here we go. Flash versus Stork. Stork spawning here in the top center. Flash down in the bottom left. I'm joined today by none other than Lovesnow and Azhi Dahaki, the TRICAST. The super love dragon, the super snow dragon. Actually, that's what we came up with, right? Oh, that's what Azhi came up with.
Super snow dragon, yeah.
All right, first time we've ever done a TRICAST on the channel, boys. This is going to be an exciting game with the returning Flash versus Stork. I wonder if we're going to see a carrier game out of Stork here today.
I kind of like Snork.
Snork
What I'm curious about is Flash is going to go for a gasless again. He's been loving his gasless builds.
Especially on this map, you can actually put the barracks right outside the natural and then a supply depot on the right. He seems to do that almost every game.
Yeah, just based off the few games I've seen from Flash so far, he seems to like to just any position where he can build the racks with the depot on the right and get the command center to be the full wall. He goes for it. And look at this. Here we go. He's building the racks at the natural. And in position to combo it with the command center on the top left of the racks and the depot on the right to get that full wall against the Zealot play. Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, I'm actually interested for this then, because I actually have always kind of wanted to see the correct way to respond to these kind of builds, because I feel like I'm always behind when I'm against the gasless expend. So I want to see how Stork responds to this.
All right, well, Stork hasn't got the scout off just yet. Gonna be sending that probe around the map here.
And it is going to be a second scout, which is definitely optimal for Terran here. He's going to be able to plant that CC right on 15. No probe in sight, so he doesn't have to make the Marine in a depot first. This is really good for Flash. And he's going to scout the probe coming into the bottom right, so he knows he has more time.
Yeah, it's also kind of a greedy scout from Stork. I mean, scouting after core is not super abnormal, but it's about the latest scout you could possibly do.
I mean, you can scout with the Goon.
You could, yeah. The only reason scouting with the Goon kind of doesn't feel too good is if it's a Vulture opener, you won't see the Vulture sometimes coming out.
Can definitely be problematic, but he's going to get his probe over here and see exactly what he's up against. Let's see the reaction from Stork. Is he going to continue with this range? Will he take probes off of gas, try to get the Nexus out quicker? What's the plan here? He sees it. And it looks like he's just going to continue to build Dragoons here, keeping the probes in the gas. We'll probably see a robotics right away. So we're
we'll get the 23 Nexus. Oh, 24. Okay, not a 23 Nexus. Okay. But yeah, it'll just be Nexus, and then we'll do Robo behind that for sure.
Before the probe? Oh, pylon. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's pylon after, yeah.
So a great start here for Flash so far.
Stork actually looking for that SCV. But yeah, the opening definitely favors Flash a lot. This doesn't feel too good as Terran or as Protoss. And I know a lot of times if they go CC first and you go like a standard Nexus, like 23 Nexus is about the latest Nexus you can go for. It does make you a little bit vulnerable in the beginning actually to a timing push.
And Stork actually missed the SCV. He briefly caught it for just a moment, but the SCV does happen to slip by, and he is going to be able to confirm this Robo coming down, which is going to be very, very nice for Flash. He's going to be able to perfectly time this eBay. Yeah, we see the eBay already halfway done. Okay.
And like, look at the worker count, right? This is such a big lead for Flash already. Like, if you're even on workers this turn, it feels pretty good. If you're up 5 workers, then this is amazing.
Even up 6 now. Wow.
We've got
Even
double add-on.
preemptively lifting the racks.
This is interesting. We're going shuttle before anything else. So are we just gonna shuttle dragoons into the main? But we're gonna have tanks out by then.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be ferrying goons into the main here.
Okay, no, there's the Robo Bay. I actually have never seen it. I guess this is just properly optimized, the shuttle before the Robo Bay. I guess it works out totally fine. I didn't realize how short the building time for support bay was. That's wild to me.
It might give him time to get one Zealot out. We'll see if he just decides to make Zealot, or if he's just going to use it to ferry. No, I guess he won't use it to ferry if he's making the Reaver.
Yeah.
We try going for the tank there. Flash pulling back very nicely. Going for the tank again.
Even if he doesn't kill the tank, getting the volley on it still is kind of nice because it means the tank can't return until it's repaired up again.
Yeah, we've decided to go
Flash
for
actually-
mines and speed
Yeah.
here.
This is the 3 tank timing. So this is actually designed to counter what Stork is doing. The problem is Stork is going Reaver, so it's going to come down to micro on both sides. Because the one gateway triple nexus follow-up is the typical response to a gasless build. And the counter for Terran is to do exactly what Flash is doing. You make at least 4 Marine. You can go up to like 6 or 8 if you're like really pushing it. And you just rally Vulture behind it with the mine and speed research. And then you go Siege Mode behind it. And you just go attack the third. And yeah, this is actually really big that he's missing the move out. But the thing is, there's not even a turret built. For some reason, Flash delayed turrets. He's building them now. But this seems like... This looks like Flash is just out of shape. Because the Reaver should be there by 6:30. Maybe 6:45 at the latest. And this is 7, and the turrets are still not done. So this is definitely a really bad scenario for Terran. The thing is, because this Reaver's attacking, there's no Reaver defending. So now we're just going to get in here, and Flash is going to go for some damage. 6 Vultures, 3 tanks, and the 4 Marine. This is big-time trouble for Stork.
13 kill Reaver in the main base right now. Laying down the mines. The mines could connect on some of these Dragoons, but the Observer does come out. Oh, he kills one of the tanks. Big kill there, but there's still 2 tanks left over, and one more of the Dragoons does go down. Gonna be shoving that back. Oh my god, this Reaver's done so much damage here in this main. It looks like it's not being paid attention to now by Stork. He might end up losing it. No, yeah, he does lose it.
Did he? No, he got the
No,
pickup.
he got it up. Oh my god, he got it in. That's crazy, keeping that alive still. He's gonna drop it one more time. Looks for some more kills here. SCVs are sitting out in front of the natural, and the tanks have been forced back. 24 probes, though, to 29 SCVs. Still a lead in SCVs somehow for Flash here.
Yeah, we killed a lot, though. Stork pulled a lot of his probes to fight the push and then lost pretty much everything. But we're on triple nexus, so it's totally fine. The Reaver here just makes it harder for Flash to mine. So, like, while he's up a few workers, we have this huge, like, we have a bunch of SCVs out here at the natural, just not even mining right now.
He's going to send him back to mining now. This is a prime time to drop this Reaver and try to hit these clumped up workers. He's thinking about going for it, but 2 tanks is going to dissuade him. He backs away. And looking at this game now, I think Stork's actually in a reasonable position.
Yeah, Stork's going to be feeling pretty good right now. Like, we're on triple nexus right now. So...
2 Vultures are actually denied.
Oh, good job by him to push those away. His probes lines were a bit exposed, but Dragoon's doing a good job keeping them safe for now. Gonna head on back home with that very damaged Reaver. That's gonna be like a 20 kill Reaver now.
Yeah, I'm curious how many kills it ended up with.
What's really strange, or maybe strange isn't the right word, but really interesting, is that Flash has been going for these command centers off 2 factories over and over and over again. Like, he's really liking this 2 factory expand style, which is very, like, kind of out of date, I would say. A lot of the time nowadays, we're going 3 factory before our command centers.
Yeah, that's typically because the speed shuttle style is so popular right now, right? Because it's almost impossible to take a third without having that massive units with 4 or 5 factories. Am I wrong?
I mean, I would say the shuttle style as well, but also just protosses are just going lots of gateways nowadays, man. Like, it's just so common for protosses to go lots of gateways and try to go for this bust if you try to be a little too quick about taking the third. But Flash just kind of maybe testing the limits, testing the waters over and over again. And I mean, if it pays off, it pays off in great dividends, but we'll see how Stork responds to this. He is positioning his goons. He does still have that Reaver in a shuttle, right? He didn't lose it? Yeah, he still has the Reaver. Now there's even a second Reaver in that shuttle. He's even got a second shuttle with 4 Zealots in it. So this is, 6 tanks, 4 Vulture. I think he can hold this.
This is scary.
I think he can hold this, actually.
I'm surprised. I'm actually shocked that we don't have a 4th factory up yet. Usually when Flash does this, he builds the... Oh, God, flying into the main here. As I say that, gonna lose one of the shuttles here right off the bat, but there's that Reaver with 16 kills here. Going to work. Gonna get some more kills on some more of these SCVs. Gonna pick off another tank here, and that both those Reavers are still alive, actually. Me getting another kill on one of these turrets. Gotta pick up here. Oh, the Reaver with all the kills went down, and so does the other one as well. But, he's gonna clean this up, and this doesn't kill his 3rd base. It doesn't push him off of it. And with 52 SCVs, he's gonna be fine here. I feel like that was kind of a bit of a weird play from Stork. I feel like breaking the 3rd would have been the much better option here.
Yeah, I don't think he could have been able to break the 3rd, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was... Yeah, there's a lot of tank with, like, the Goliath turret, and that's a pretty small choke to be, like, walking up with your... And he had pretty much exclusively Goon, right? So I feel like he wouldn't have been able to break that, but that being said, that drop did not do the damage that he needed at all. Like, that actually favored Flash a lot, and he's on 3 base pretty comfortably now.
Yeah, if you can ever get your 3rd base off of 2 factory, dude, you're feeling really good as Terran. Like, I don't even attempt that, really. Like, the only time I might attempt that is if Protoss is going for, like, Fast Arbiter. That's probably the only time I'd attempt that. Or if, like, maybe it wouldn't, like, they open, like, DT drop, and, like, I just handle DT drop like the boss took 0 damage. I can go for something like that. But in a game scenario like this, where it was chaotic opening, where, like, I'm pushing and there's Reavers in my base and all that, like, I don't know how Flash somehow finds the way to understand, like, oh yeah, this is the time I expand. Like, I don't understand it, dude.
That's actually what I was thinking when he dropped the 3rd CC. I was like, what about that situation did Flash understand that made it where he could take a 3rd CC off 2 factory?
And, like, somehow he was right. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, maybe if he had killed the Reaver and the shuttle, it would have made a little bit more sense. But even keeping the Reaver and shuttle alive...
like, the Reaver and shuttle was still alive, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what, dude? Like, it's wild. And he, like, what was crazy, too, is he saw the robo timing when he scouted with the SCV, and he still didn't have it turned up in time. I think he was assuming that the Reaver and shuttle would fight his push. I think that's what he was assuming.
Yeah,
and the fact that it didn't was the fact that the turrets were late because of that.
It almost felt like he dropped the turrets because he didn't run into the Reaver and shuttle during his push.
That's possible. I didn't think about that.
What do you think about Stork trying to take this space here in the center right? I feel like taking the main would be so much better. You need room to put more gateways down, right? He's going, like, full-on gateway man style here with a ton of gates in the main and trying to push in towards his 3rd. I don't know. I really feel like this base is kind of a crazy one to take. It's low money and doesn't allow you to build gates.
The idea behind him taking the 9 o'clock or the 3 o'clock base here is it's easier to transfer probes compared to him taking a main base. It's a farther probe distance transfer, which makes him more susceptible to Vulture harass. That's the idea behind that.
Storm drop coming into the natural now. He's going to look for some kills on some SCVs. Looks like didn't get much out of that first Templar, but he's got... No, he doesn't have one more Templar. I thought he had one more Templar. 3 Zealots and 1 Templar.
Yeah, 3 Zealots.
That's an interesting shuttle. But at the end of the day, Stork is maxed. He's on 5 base. He's teching up to Arbiter, it looks like. Actually, no Stargate just yet. It looks like we're just playing the Reaver Shuttle style with Storms, with Mass Gateway. Okay. So this is very common to my ladder games recently.
We loaded 4 Templar here.
Against this style as Terran, you can't really push because Protoss just... The Storm is so good, man. Like, Terran tanks and Terran vultures and just Terran army in general just clumps up as you move out. And just makes it so hard against these Storms. Especially with the Storms being covered by the shuttles, as all the High Templars just hide inside of them.
Yeah, this shuttle is not a... I'm going to drop your mineral line shuttle. This is a... We're going to fight the army shuttle. This is all Templar here. As soon as Flash decides to move out, whenever he's going to take his third, that's, I think, when Stork's going to go in. He's already taking the bottom right now. He's adding on cannons. He's built a pylon wall. He's probably just going to cancel that before it finishes. No? Okay, he's going to let it finish. He's going to put a bunch of gateways down in the bottom right here. Nice. He's got lots of cannons ready to prevent any vultures from running by. A 4th base is coming out from Flash. It's going to be up here at the mineral only. That is going to be a tough location to hold, man. Very, very tough. He's probably going to move out and secure the middle of the map rather than trying to secure the upper left.
Yeah, but Flash is playing this perfectly. This is what you need to do against the style that Protoss is playing. There's no threat of carrier. There's no threat of Arbiter recalls or anything like that. So all you need to do is just play back and just get your upgrades, take your 4th, and then expand to your 5th, because you can't fight the Protoss army with all the storm that they have. And like I mentioned, the clumping of the army that happens as you move out when you're trying to attack, it's too difficult. And Neo Sylph is this type of map where as you start expanding more and more as Terran, you start getting closer to Protoss. So your attack, like you expanding, is actually you pushing. And he's expanding in the direction... Well, he's expanding the direction that makes most sense. This mineral base is the natural 4th for Terran in this position. He'll be taking this 11 o'clock base, or I guess we call it 11, maybe 10:30 or so. No, I guess you call it 11 next. We do see the command center already started. And Stork's going to try to bust this. This isn't going to work out very well. Yeah. Oh, I love the D-Matrix on the Goliath here. That's so sweet. That's just tanking so much damage.
Oh, the first storm doesn't get off. Second storm does come down, but oh, great targeting on the other Templar. He loses all the Templar getting 1 storm.
Yep. And okay, this is the move. 100%. He just wiped out like so much. Terran unsieges, he goes. 100%. This is the right call. This is beautiful play from Flash right now.
I really like how Flash has played this. Like he just has 4 scanners that are working overtime the entire game. So like he knows that there's no arbiters, he knows there's no carriers, so he knew he could just play it slow. Like there's no urgency whatsoever. And it actually puts the pressure on Stork because of the style he's playing. He has to attack Flash, which is what Flash wants. So I really like the way he played it with just the constant scanning the entire game and playing accordingly.
Man, my TVPs, I have like 200 energy on all my scanners. I need to work on that.
He's got 4 scanners and he's barely got energy for scans.
Beautiful split here by Flash. He's going to kill the 3rd base and the natural at the same time. Just 3 tanks heading over in that direction. Able to hit over this wall onto the reinforcements as they pop out of the gateways. Stork is losing all his army before he can even join the fight here. There's plenty of gateways down in the bottom right, and there's like a massive army being created down there as well, but he can't really do anything with it right now. Maybe he needs to come out here and attack the 3rd, but he's dealing with fires all around the map right now, so not really able to get that done. Yeah, just a ton of units just sitting here, not really moving right now as Flash kills the main.
Got a storm drop on the 4th base here, though.
Pretty good storm drop.
Like almost all the SCVs.
That was a lot of damage.
The thing is, Quark taught me this actually. You need to push as fast as possible once you have momentum killing the main, because the second you kill the main, you kill all the tech, you kill all the pylons. You kill all the gateways. It's really, really important to do this as fast as possible. And Flash, just look at the speed that he's unsieging, moving forward, unsieging, moving forward. He's wasting no time here. Even building a turret here, which is fantastic in case some DTs pop out and he doesn't recognize it fast enough for a scan or something.
It's like small army in the middle of the map getting caught out here. Stork gonna have to retreat with that. A lot of vultures coming up. He could snipe these Templar, and he will. Templar getting sniped down here. Removing that factor from this army is huge because we're on 3-2. You need Storms here to be able to win any sort of fight against against Terran.
Dude, what the heck? Flash looking so strong this game.
It's
I thought he
crazy.
was rusty.
Stork went for that push, and then when Flash pulled the trigger, everything happened so fast and it never stopped, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about, dude. It was just like instant. Like he was just no hesitation, and just like everything was just so quick. Like unsiege, push forward, unsiege, push forward. It was nuts. Like that's so hard to execute as Terran, man.
Yeah.
a lot of Terran players, you'll see them as they're about to move out, hotkey their army, but it seemed like he had everything hotkeyed and ready to go, and the moment he won that fight, just sent it all across the map immediately.
Well, and the thing is, too, like, he did it this quick, and Stork never stopped dropping him either. Like, Stork was harassing him the entire time, and it just didn't slow him down at all.
Yeah, he's gonna finish off the main.
Another thing I noticed was that, like, CCs were already made and preemptively, like, floating over the location where they needed to be landed.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh, I won that fight, we can now take the space. It was like Flash already had the command center done, floating over the direction where he wanted to take the next base.
Flash said, I'm going to win this fight. We can take this base.
Man, this is wild. Like, Stork's in shape, dude. Like, he's been playing, man. Wasn't he in ASL this last season?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe he was. Not 100% though.
Flash making him look like a bit of a chump right now. Oh god, big storms coming down on the fresh 5th base. Losing a lot of those SCVs, but does it even matter at this point? Just 34 SCVs, I mean, he's got almost 100 army supply.
I mean, maybe it does matter if he gets another big storm over here at the mineral only of Terran. Like, we're only at 35 SCVs at this point, and like almost all our SCVs are at this mineral only.
I don't know how we ever hold this push though.
Just make some carriers.
Just make more Archons.
Yeah, let's get some Archons for the Vultures real quick.
Yeah, this is Dunzo.
And drop heading across the map, but no Templar in there, just a few Zealots. Looks like the Templar archives have been picked off. He's remaking it here in the main, but can't really make any DTs. He can't really make any Templar either. He's gonna come forward, try to clear this tank push one last time. Some good storms do go down. Dropping Archons on top of tanks, that's something I've never seen before.
Oh man.
This is just about over. Another Nexus gonna go up in the top right, but Flash is continuing to push through here. He's bringing up more tanks. This army supply is looking good. He picked off that drop that went up to the top left. Looks like Stork completely forgot about that. And yeah, the numbers. It's a numbers game at this point. He will eventually clean that out. Oh, actually, here's that drop. Gonna be bombing Zealots onto these tanks, trying to pick them off. Gets a couple. And might actually be able to stop these tanks from finishing him off. But GG, he taps out. He realizes the writing's on the wall. Flash takes down Stork. And steals his ladder points.
GG.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining me here today. It's been an absolute pleasure casting with both Lovesnow and Azhi Dahaki. Oh man, he's gonna get so mad that I almost forgot his name. But guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the TRICAST. Sometimes we do TRICAST here on Lovesnows stream. You can come and check him out. I'll throw the link in the description below for you guys. I'm often in here doing casts for NSL and other things for the community. It's kind of helping out where I can. But that's it for this game. I will see you guys in the next one.